Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor!
That corpse didn't teleport here after all. Firing your gun in here? Are you insane?
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Hi friends, welcome back to Dergy be Playin. AI the summoning file. So you probably have noticed something. So, my PS4 controller, I left it somewhere, and I think it's stolen now, so that's great. Because I left it in a public place that has known for the things getting stolen from me, which was what they're so. Whoopsie. And if you're wondering why you bring controller there, well, they're doing a really cool thing where they actually were able to get us a PS4. I'm part of a gaming club there where basically it's something to help socialize and unanxiety-ify people like me and sort of just help with interpersonal skills and all that, and we use games as a vehicle for that. Because we're all passionate about it, so it's a really cool thing. It's just I wish I wasn't a herd-eater and forgot to do that, but oh well. We do things like that sometimes. Doesn't mean I'm a herd-eater all the time. It's just that, I really do still wish I wasn't when times that I end up being one, right? Anyway, thankfully I know these games work fine with mouse and keyboard, so I will be fine. But you know who's not gonna be fine? This guy. Seems like once again it's only half of him. There must be someone that's able to fucking molecularly cut bitches in half. By the way, I have a theory as to who that is. Motherfucking Tokiko, or someone from Nai's, except, well, I don't think Nai's are the actual culprits, because this is an Uchikoshi game. She's been cooperative with us so far, but it's really convenient that someone who spilled secrets about her organization, not intentionally, but he did. Like, he didn't actually say anything, but his brain did, right? It's really convenient that very shortly after he did that, you know? So I'm thinking they're behind this and the last one. Now, even if they are, they might not be behind. But there's another thing. It may not be Nai's that's doing this, but it might be that other organization that Tokiko briefly mentioned that he was a part of, which was the Order of the Percent. So apparently years ago he left Nai's and joined the Order of Percent, which is a religious organization that has similar but different ideologies. And I'm not sure how they differ, and I bet how they differ is really fucking important for figuring out, for perhaps many plot reasons. So I'm thinking it's either someone involved with Nai's or the Order of the Percent, or maybe someone involved with both somehow. But I think it might be good for both organizations. Again, we don't really know what the fuck Percent is about. She just says that they differ. But would they both want the seams to be revealed? And if so, then they both could have done that. Now, I just thought of something. What if they don't? I think they don't want the seams to be revealed, so Nai's is more suspicious again. But because it's the first big suspect for these murders, I have a feeling that Nai's ain't it. We'll see. This is an Uchikoshi, right? They always make you think one thing with these big murder victims, and then it's not the original plot thing like it. So, from first game, and as I keep famously bringing up because it's such bullshit, the VLR thing, which I won't go into just in case people haven't played that game. And by the way, you should play Zero Escape if you want to. At least 999 in VLR. In my opinion, you can just skip DVD. So yeah, welcome back, friends. I'm not really going to comment on the recap right now. I don't really have any specific things about the recap, but I do enjoy listening to this. And thinking about, oh yeah, that's where we were, what happened last episode. And also, you know, my little laugh at the Tama bit. I love that. I really love Tama. She's probably my favorite character so far in this game that isn't Boss. Because, well, if I like Boss, you can kind of see the parallels, I think. Hot, authoritative woman. I mean, anyway, very Tool as well. But regardless, before I start tangenting about waifus for 7 years, I should actually play the video. I kind of earned my being horny. on the video. Because I'm horny all the time otherwise anyway. But regardless, other than Knights probably did it. Also, the order of percent is a thing, but I'm not sure how they're relevant. I don't really know what else to say about last episode, so let's crack on. Oh yeah, one more thing. I have a feeling that after we figure out what's up with this guy, then I think that's when whatever the shit happens to, again, I think, Date will happen. And then the source of Ryuji's trauma, will it be revealed? All I know is we've really been playing Ryuji for a while. Did I call him Ryuji? I meant Ryuki. Listen, I played a whole bunch of Persona 4 before I ever even heard of this series. Whoops. By the way, once again, Persona 4, eventually Persona 3, eventually Persona 5. Oh, I did that on the channel, never mind. But I still might do it one day. Less awkwardly. And with less editing laziness, honestly. Anyway, yeah, I'm just really curious. Regardless of everything, I'm bracing myself for feels, because I think the event that Ryuki's been trying to forget so hard and has such ridiculous levels of guilt about to happen. I think basically what it boils down to is he ended up leaving Date to die in an explosion, in some debris. That's pretty much been confirmed by hints in the game, from what I can tell. So, yeah, that'll be fun. But first, time for something else, air quotes, fun.
I'm sorry, Ryuki.
Oh no.
This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you.
Yeah, he's gonna start... See, I think what made it worse is he started breaking from this investigation, then that happened. And then, well, it sent him over the edge that we've already seen that he's fallen from long.
Will you hear me out?
Oh no.
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that...
It has no guts!
God, I was really... God! Because especially considering how much she's obviously really literally concerned about him, that's very clear. That's pretty cute, actually. Oh, game. God damn it, Uchikoshi. Your sense of humor, man, sometimes... Oof, that's the last thing you'd expect to turn into humor. I'm sure that was the point of the joke. Anyway.
What?
I know.
I love how dumb her sense of humor canonically is, to the point that, like, an utterly failed comedian makes her laugh so easily. But I'm glad he has one fan anyway, because he seems like a nice enough guy. We still don't know what the details of his whole Yakuza ties are, and I'm sure that will come up in the plot later. That'll probably be part of how we solve something.
That was so bad. The joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it. I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts. I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
Yeah, that's weird. Why did... It's literally his skeleton and then his fucking head. I just realized that. Or wait. Or his head. Wait. Okay, well, what we'd have to see, right? Because you can't really see his arm. Actually, wait, no. Is it really true that literally nothing but... Wait, I'm confused. What? Is it literally missing his guts? Why? Hold on. Please explain what you even meant by that, Tom. It's 2 and 3? That's weird. Okay. The reason the corpse is on the blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs in it. The open space inside the body has a lower pressure than the outside, similar to how some stop. Wait, what? Oh, meaning the reason it actually stuck to that. Okay, I guess that's what it... You can tell there's some translation movements here, like, it kind of ended up rough, but I understood the point. I swear to God, in recent years, more and more people add S's where they should not be to the end of words on the internet. I don't know why, but it's like a phenomenon that's happened. But, having done that accidentally before, I do sort of get it. But, like, the sheer amount of people that let that slip all the time on the internet, while spelling everything else perfectly, just like that, and don't fix it. They might not notice, but there's still a lot of S's added where S's are not supposed to be. All of the innards are missing from the right half of the body. That's fun. That's great. I love that detail. I love knowing that. That's wonderful. Thanks, game, for making me know that. Motherfucker. By the way, I apologize for how quiet I was last episode. I'm hoping that's gonna be fixed this time. Because I think it was really just, I was too fucking far away from the mic for most of that. And I didn't really notice it. I blame being very rusty because, once again, I took a hiatus of a couple months because my brain loves giving me shit and not letting me do the things I want to do. But I'm finally back. I'm trying to cooperate with my brain more of the time, and I'm doing it. Feels good. What other clues could there be in here? Surely something. Is there something specifically on his head, about his head again? Because that's tripped me up like twice.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th, right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here. Well, satisfied?
I also was pretty bad at remembering to do this last episode. I really would love to voice these just in case. Just every time, just fucking voice them. If it's double, then it's double. Because I don't know when it is. By the way, I hope y'all are doing good. I feel like I haven't put enough positive vibes into the recent episodes. I'm trying my best. But I'm also trying to not make episodes bloated and veer away too far from the game for any reason, so I'm trying to balance all that best that I can. Is Terror the culprit?
That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it?
Speaking of hot women, actually.
Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
Yeah, but again, the game wants you to think right now that it's Knight laws, so I'm suspending my disbelief on that, but that is the only real lead we have right now.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too, but again, Uchikoshi wants you to think that. I kind of doubt it's NICE, just considering Uchikoshi's track record of doing this kind of thing. He makes you really suspect one person or whatever, and then it turns out not to be them.
That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible.
What about the security cameras at Seki behind?
I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Seki Bahai is completely lacking.
About the nano-message Terror sent Shinpei.
I think he was lying about the money.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Shinpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Shinpei.
In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk to her.
So they literally use the name Terror, because that's what Shinpei called. And again, I don't think they're a him. They've done that gender swappy thing very often. 999, at least. And then also, technically they gender swapped a whole lot. In the first game, I'm expecting this Terror to be a woman just because they are an enigmatic entity that they keep calling a he. That's happened so many times. In games in general, too. I remember, for example, before you know Alibaba is Futaba, they assume it's him. It's like a thing. I don't know, it's a weird thing. In Persona 5, because I don't remember doing so right now, even though that was 5 seconds ago. Oh, brain. Literally head-patting myself to comfort my brain. It's I'm sorry, I'm a civ. I'm doing my best to live it.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
It's okay that your brain is a civ. Just trying to do your best for yourself. We all have strengths, man. But it's real fucking easy to assume that we're worse than people. It's a weird phenomenon. We can pretty easily convince ourselves of that, and it sucks. But what's great is that you can unconvince yourself. It's not easy, but it's way better ultimately than not putting forth that effort.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
That's really interesting. Yeah, going right back to her makes sense. But did she do it? Is she gonna literally confess? And if so, what's her fucking angle? Because if she literally confesses, she's gonna get fucking arrested. At least that's what Ryuki would want to do, but we'll see.
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew you would come see me. The symbol of Knives, the non-Yapo X. There are 4 unseen X's hidden within. They represent the truth of the world you live in. That is yet another meaning inside the non-Yapo X.
Not quite sure I see that, or where you're supposed to look at them. That's pretty cool. Yeah, thank you, but I'm not the only one. What do you think about Tokiko? Well, she's right here. I'm sure he's not gonna get anything out of her, but in fact, I find it funny this question's even an option, because he's not gonna say shit in front of his boss about his boss.
Not really. She's a kind woman, but I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something.
Yeah, exactly.
As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Really I think it's cute. Good employee boss relationships are good. Why did she gag about that? I don't really get why that's like something that's disgusting. I don't understand. I just think that's wholesome as hell. I'll be honest, like, a little bit annoyed at Tama for having that kind of reaction to that. It's just wholesome. Like, what do you want? What is the problem? Anyway.
As you know, this is the president's office at the Nye's Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it?
Yes. The flow of water cleanses one's heart, just like the flow of time.
Oh, the sunglasses.
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
It's more Tokiko's sectarian bodyguard, an absolute pervert wearing a black bra on his face. That's definitely some Uchikoshi shit right there. Yeah, it's definitely an Uchikoshi game with all the bells and whistles, for better and worse. Again, the humor is gonna really be hit or miss. That's one thing I would caution anyone wanting to play Uchikoshi games. But they're good. Plus, again, narrative issues, but, you know, there's a lot of good things about these games. I generally would say they're better than not, and, well, if they weren't, I frankly would not be spending so much time and effort making these videos. Like, I would not be so headfirst into Uchikoshi stuff for the end of this game. By the way, though, after I beat this game, first of all, I'm gonna wait until I need 3 before I play another Uchikoshi game. Second of all, I really want to start doing other stuff on Uchikoshi. And I really want to use finishing this series as a jumping point for other stuff. So, I will do so. And there's going to be a lot of different types of games on the channel, but there's actually a good few games of this nature, sort of, that I do want to play on the channel. And that's going to be a lot more of the focus for a while. And by the way, you might be wondering, where's Persona 3 Reload? Because I talk about Persona so much. Well, not really fond of the $70 price tag, A. B, been playing it on Xbox. In fact, I was going to actually Let's Play this for my Xbox version as more of a, like, studied, played through, harder difficulty, okay, I kind of know what I'm doing, and also I'm here to talk about the story, sort of a thing. And I really love what they did with Reload. Problem with that is, I just had a massive bunch of issues with Game Pass on PC, and if you know, you know, like, it just has a lot of bugs. And the reason I was playing it on Game Pass was, yeah, like I said, $70 is for anything, especially for a game I've basically played before. at least narratively, and I wouldn't be playing these games probably if narratively was not what I cared about more than anything, I'll be honest. Well, actually, no. There's a lot I like about these games, but narrative is the main point of them, I would say. And it's what I focus on, so, you know, like, there's a lot, and I really love a lot about Reload, and also fucking Mitsuru and Reload. Holy shit. Anyway, brain. I'm also gonna wait for, you know, the game to be complete. The episode I guess DLC, you know, the counterpart to the Fez Answer, which was already in Fez from the beginning without extra money, when the game was, I don't know if it was 60 back then. Was there a point in time where games were 50? I don't remember. But, like, yeah, it's not fun. Now, granted, this was kind of inevitable because inflation is a holy motherfucking thing right now, that I get it. I understand that the more money has to go into a game because this game is really polished and looks great and etc. I get it. The more you're gonna probably have to charge for it. That's probably why games are becoming 70. At least it's not all of them right now, but like I imagine that it's eventually just gonna, every new game coming out in a couple of years or so, or 3 or 4, will just be 70, and at that point I will suck it up more than I am now, but I love Reload. But on top of my breakdown where I felt like, basically, and it's also the reason that Unicorn Overlord, which I will be doing content of for sure, but it's the reason that both Reload and Unicorn Overlord aren't already on my channel. Because I was gonna do a blind Let's Play of both Reload and Unicorn Overlord at first, but I had my big mental breakdown during that time where I felt like I wasn't good enough to do these games I love justice. I don't know where all this shit comes from, really, but it just kind of happened. So, I played through them both and I love them a lot. Actually, I never finished Reload, but I know what happens, and also I want to wait for the answer to really play it. So, what I'm hoping is, I might even wait longer, but I don't think I would for Persona of all games. Like, that series is my shit, okay? Yeah, what I'm hoping to do is Reload and Episode, I guess, before it comes out, when it comes out later this year. So I'll be going through the original, hopefully before the date Episode I guess launches, then I'll play Episode I guess. Also, speaking of Atlas games, and by the way, if I buy any other game this year except for Persona 3 Reload, it's going to be Metaphor, speaking of that. So yes, I intend to blind Let's Play, maybe stream. Man, again, you can tell I'm more trepidatious about streaming than Let's Play for lots of reasons, but I intend to do content of it soon. I'll start doing different types of content other than just Let's Plays too, so I'll be honest, a good few games may just not have Let's Plays on this channel, but I still want to do them justice via other kinds of content. In fact, Unicorn Overlord might fit in that. I'll have to think about that. But yeah, so if you were wondering about the status of the channel, otherwise, there you go. I partly use all of these to get whatever the hell off my chest that I want, and a lot of that stuff doesn't really end up going in the videos. In fact, none of this may. Granted, I just did, but it feels really good to fucking get that shit out of the brain and just talk about it. I just feel like someone might listen and understand on a video one day. Even if, like, I don't know if it's going to be in the video, it feels very fair for me to get it out where there is an environment where it's not possible for someone to judge me because no one's actively listening right now. So these are really helpful for that. I've noticed that part of why Let's Playing is therapy for me, and Let's Playing specifically, is because of that unique factor of someone might listen and understand. But in the future, when I've edited it down to something that I feel like is more acceptable for lots of people, or at least something that I feel is something I'd actually be comfortable with putting out there. But the idea that this stuff might go in my final video if I feel brave enough to put it in there or whatever, that's just really helpful. That I could get this out to people, but I'm not sitting there being vulnerable to the point that someone might immediately say something that damages me about what I said, you know what I mean? It's that unique factor of the social aspect of Let's Play. Of, like, someone might see this, but they're not gonna see it immediately when you say it. It feels like a very safe place to say whatever I want. That might actually get to someone else, and they might actually understand. Or, even better, they might benefit from it by, you know, also feeling understood. You know, so there's so much. I love the shit, and I'm working on being more consistent about it, but it's been a struggle. But thankfully, it becomes easier the more I learn certain, you know, ways of working around and through it. Anyway, back to video game that I'm here to play. I do often feel bad about how much I ramble, but I can cut out most of it, so... That's the other thing. I can ramble here, because I often feel like I literally need to say whatever the hell's on my mind, but I don't want to burden people with that, you know? And I don't have to with a Let's Play. That's part of what I love about these. There's so much. Okay, so, first of all, Tokiko. Let's just open with the fact that Jin's right half didn't fucking teleport.
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things, and there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of Nyes have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if Nyes is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join Nyes in it?
Fray to free, that's why we're so fixated on this. You know that sign says that. She's just deflecting. But she might be right. By the way, I love her pants. The lines on them. Very stylish. So yeah, do you know, that dude with, I think a mohawk, but I don't know a whole lot about hairstyles, so don't quote me on that.
No.
Then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes.
I have absolutely no idea who it could be. I'm sorry I can't help you, but...
Yeah, about Chikara.
I know of the incident, of course. However...
Yes. I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of Nyes. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
Are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their Order and Nyes are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps Nyes and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations.
No, I'm thinking the reason if she did do that might be more because he more or less ended up telling Ryuki that he made the Bats 490 video of her in that sort of spot to tell her that. But she was so ready to just tell him that I don't know. God, she's so interesting and mysterious, by the way. Monotone women just help me.
It is true that Nyes and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory.
Okay. Oh, I'm really excited for more information about this because I think this is important, like I said earlier, as to like what the hell the Order of Percent is. Because I have a feeling both organizations are going to come up in future murders and things.
In that respect, we are comrades.
Interesting. So yeah, please explain more about the difference then.
We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what Nyes believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it forever.
I don't remember if I actually mentioned it earlier, or if I forgot to, but I did think about this at one point, that Chikara joined the Order of Percent because he said something during his somnium at one point that was like, anything is possible in this world. And if he knows the world is a simulation, let's assume it is, okay? And he's really trying to make immortality possible here. It's because he knows it is, and it wouldn't be in the real world, and he wants to live forever, obviously. So, yeah.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
Yes, I have played GTA, except if you actually said Grand Theft Auto, this game will have never come out.
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go.
I get it now. Those people want to do whatever they want here because the idea that... Because knowing that it's a simulation makes them feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want and have no moral obligation not to. That makes sense.
An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish.
Yeah.
To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
So he wants to start with that and then continue doing what he wants for literally ever, I guess, is what she's getting at. Chikara's research on immortality. And again, if people think that this place is a simulation, that's probably why they think it's cool to tear people in half and stick them on blackboards and shit. Although, well, the last killer in this series thought that way just because he was just clinically insane as fuck from day one. But yeah, about Chikara's research on immortality.
I'm aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie.
What is her fixation about that?
By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier?
I really am interested in why she's so adamant about eternal youth being a lie. Like, we all know this, right? But Chikara seems to think it's possible. And science has made some amazing shit possible in real life, so, like, I don't even discount it, but, like, that much anyway. But, like, eternal is a big word. Eternal is not something we can really measure in our lifetime. And at least, you know, as we are right now, where we cannot extend our lives very much longer than 100 years at all anyway. So, like, I mean, of course, there's some exceptions of people that live for like 150 years or something, but as far as much beyond that whatsoever, I don't think anyone's lived, you know, 200 plus years, you know. So until we start being able to do that, immortality is completely and utterly something that is obviously at least very out of our reach if it's possible, and I honestly would not sit here and assume that it's not possible whatsoever because of the amount of things that we've already achieved. For better and worse, this race.
Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter.
I think this has happened in real life as well, which is really interesting.
The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi.
That's really interesting, and I wonder why it's been such a thought experiment. But I have this feeling that it might just stem from the surrealness that we often just feel as humans, like, how are we here? As we are, and how is the world the way that it is? And I think this is just one way you can explain that.
This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
Why are you even arguing with the fucking head of this organization about whether this world is a simulation or not? Well, I think I know why. It's because he doesn't want to believe it, but he's seen it. That's what I'm thinking, that he literally saw the simulation that one time when, Jin's right half appeared. Oh boy, time to learn even more science concepts with Uchikoshi. Thank you.
Even light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before. Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole. It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area.
God, I can listen to Tokiko talk for fucking eternity. By the way, I have always loved how much real science Uchikoshi weaves into these stories, and they feel so educational ultimately. Even though they're also horny and weird and fucked up and all sorts of things. Because, like, fuck man, there's so much real science here.
Considering this, you can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface.
Also, as a writer, I just very much appreciate Uchikoshi's ability to take these real concepts and make them themes in a story that helps tell the story. That's why he sits here and explains this shit. As much as a lot of people probably aren't very fond of the exposition zones, and I've certainly heard that, I love them because once you get these concepts at all, the story unravels with these concepts as a vehicle, and I really love that.
In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane, just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example. When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity.
Very subtle. Literal Mario. God, Uchikoshi just loves, especially because Nintendo is known for suing motherfuckers over the stupidest shit. Uchikoshi loves playing chicken with other developers and his fucking money and company, probably. Because if they had a reason to sue him, they probably would. Like, the amount of things he's almost copyright infringed. I'm not quite sure how copyright works over there, but yeah. There's so many things with just some minor details. He's like, that's Mario, okay? Like, we all know this, right? So, anyway.
However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world. Only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven.
That it's possible, I guess, not necessarily that it is true, though. But this is very interesting. And yeah, Uchikoshi game making me think deeply about life. That's just like a daily occurrence for me almost in these last year or so. However long it's been taking me to play through these games. No, more than a year, that's for sure. Just because of everything else I've been doing. I've been just hammering at the series, though I've certainly been doing a whole lot of that last couple of years. She has to watch on it? Didn't see that.
I see.
Okay, I wanted to actually hear everything, but now I know. I'm making someone look at their watch to see how much time they spent to prompt them to ask them to wrap up the complete. Tokiko doesn't have a watch, so she must have been really annoyed when she heard this.
Then let us leave it at
Oh,
that.
whoops. I did want to actually hear everything, but I didn't know that.
In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true.
That it's possible. Sure, I'll give you that. But true is, well, you pushing your agenda, which you believe it. I get it. But Jesus won't. But also, how did she know? Again, obviously, the answer that Uchikoshi wants you to give for that right now, regardless of how true it may or may not be, and again, I'm leaning towards it not being true, because this is Uchikoshi. He's done this switcheroo of, aha, the most suspicious person was definitely not the culprit, although I say Uchikoshi, it's a mystery story thing. And I think you sort of have to do it in a way. You want it to actually be something the rest of the figure out.
But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles. Like reincarnation, or even...
Well, that's a face. That's definitely a face. That's a thing that I'm seeing right now. I'm getting some Saito vibes, so oh boy. I wasn't expecting to see that kind of face until she got revealed as a villain. But like, seeing that face, she's absolutely a villain. I am now completely 100% convinced that I feel like she's about to try to kill Ryuki. I have no fucking idea. I'm probably gonna use that as a thumbnail. That's terrifying.
bringing someone who has already passed back to life.
What's with the smash?
Has this woman lost it?
Clearly? Especially because, like, she went from... Part of why that startled me so much, but, like, part of why that startled me so much is she went from her fucking expressionlessness to that. She didn't have another facial expression, except for the most poker-facing poker face you've ever seen in your life. And then she whips that shit out. Oh my god. Some literal Saito shit. And Saito rhymes with psycho for a reason. In fact, I wouldn't put it past Uchikoshi for that to have been mentioned.
Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yep! Why did she just randomly smash someone? She obviously wants to bring someone back and is angry that they died. That's my first thought. I don't know, she's just real interesting is all I know.
Yeah. Let's check with Wingsync.
We're not gonna get anything. Again. Well, unless... Hang on. By the way, I saw literal ones and zeros.
I saw everything.
She's actually thinking about something now. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. She really has made her mind, like... Oh, by the way, literally 6 minutes. That's really amazing. Yeah, because you're syncing with her. Time limit is still there, though it doesn't really apply. I wonder what happens if you left the fucking time limit out. Will it literally just advance on its own? It might be looping, actually. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, here's what I'm thinking. I'm aware that it's possible, or at least, you know, that it's said would be possible, that if you meditate enough, you actually can achieve a state of thoughtlessness pretty often. I mean, that's what monks literally do their whole lives, right? So what if she has trained herself to do that in some way, or what have you, right? But because she's obviously very particularly emotional right now, that fucking face and the smash, I don't know why that prompted her to smash something, but I think someone died that she wants to bring back. That would certainly explain her piousness if she believes, regardless of how true it is or not, that she can rewrite the code and bring them back. Also, I think she hates specific types of people in this world, or specific people that are the trash that she wants to wash away like she mentioned.
If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
Who is this? Because my first thought was Chinpei, but no. Chinpei only got texts, right? Wait, he did say the person was a he, right? What if this person is the terror, actually, and they're being forced into this? Or is it really that simple, man? Because, like, if she really is the mastermind behind these two murders, I think I'll be a little bit disappointed in Uchikoshi because he's always had a big subversion. Always. I actually really want to see what happens if this runs out. If it literally gives me a game over.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get from Wingsync.
Then,
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind. Using a regular sink.
Are we allowed to do that? Will she let that happen? I guess so? I mean, I guess if the police tell her, hey, we're coming, hey, you had time to go, there's reason to comply, I guess.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from Boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you... Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal?
What about the slate?
Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
Yeah, Pewter would really be adamant about that after Date and Saito and, you know, the whole events of the first game, including his dead boyfriend. It looks similar. Yeah, it's gotta be, but obviously very different. That's often what happens. A room we've seen them in ends up being somewhere where it's different.
I wonder if this is the Nye's president's room. It's really white, though.
Although, Chikara's was really different. Like, it was really just a room that sorta looked like a lab, but not really like the one that you actually talked to him in. I want to say the real world, but... but moving on.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for Nyes.
What?
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. N. Not that I know why.
A.
Angry.
I.
Incoming.
X.
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Somnium scan, activate!
God dang, a little too late. I just wanted a close-up of Tom's beautiful face to stare at. I'm not gonna lie about that, because it's pretty obvious. Anyway. Stare at Tokiko's abyss. Yeah, that does feel like a good way to describe this room, yeah. Feels like Tokiko is threatening somewhat, but peeking her mind's abyss. This is really interesting because right now...
This is such a quiet place. So empty and
Blake is a
blank.
good way to describe it, but I'm thinking it's gonna change. Because I'm thinking she has imposed this nothingness upon mine. Perhaps because of a lot of goof shit that's...
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped up book.
Right. Let's investigate.
ripped up? Oh, I see it now. It doesn't have a cover. There's like silence. I think the buzz is literally... It kind of sounds like ear ringing, like what happens when you're in complete silence. But I think it's literally a sound effect game. But there is music here, thank God. Because just the ringing would probably drive anyone nuts. But it's very subdued. God, this is interesting. She's so fucking... Again, pretty damn sure she's a villain of some description in this game. Also, hello. I love when I find these, but I don't really try to. That's basically my policy. It's one of those, yep. I will pick them up if I see them, otherwise, shruggity-doo-dah. This is how they be. I never have been 100% there. I think it's just not worth my brain energy and time and everything. Especially since I will often take longer to beat things than most people. Just how I am. So, anyway.
A book of Nai's teachings. Why is it ripped in half?
Interesting.
Does it say anything?
Oh, ripped in half because of Nai's in order descent.
Yeah, just one phrase. The intersection between the warp and weft. The rest is ripped off.
I remember Tokiko saying something like that.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. Right?
Oh yeah! Between episodes, I actually looked up what the heck warp and weft are. Those are actually like the technical terms, I guess you could call it that, in sewing for like the vertical and horizontal threads that you use to weave something. You know, a piece of cloth. I forget which is which, but one's the warp and the other's the weft. So yeah, knowledge, there you go, if you didn't know that. Because I didn't before I read that. I love the internet and how you just look up anything that exists. Be like, wow, I know about it. Sweet.
I wonder what she meant by that.
Who knows? Why don't you join Nai's to find out? Anyway, that's about all that we can get from this book.
I don't feel like she'd be fond of us joining Nai's, how much we've, like, interfered and specifically talked bad about her doctrine, but anyway. All of blank into blank and the blank are blank to blank. The sheer amount of blanks in that sentence and the sheer amount of blank in her mind is, I'm sure, supposed to feel like correlates like that. God, she's so fucking cool and interesting, and I need to know what the fuck is up with her and what she's doing and how much she's really involved in all this. There's the other half.
When did this get here? This wasn't here earlier.
What does it say?
That's where the seam can occur. Combining it with the book from earlier, the intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur.
That's exactly what Tokiko said. If it's coming out in her somnium, it must hold some significance.
That's just what we saw in the wink sink.
Whoa. What the is there two of her? Like, is there... Does she have a freaking twin sister? What? Wait, was that other half of the person? What? Okay. She was talking to a person. She physically split in half. And then blood and the person died. So she... Oh my god, wait. That... The person that runs the place... She killed him? I really feel like she forcefully buries shit underneath his calmness somehow. Or she has some sort of weird mind thing. God, she's fucking interesting. Part of my enjoyment of her is likely because waifu, who certainly qualifies as waifu. But it's more so that she's such an interesting character to me. Because I think a character like her is a very common thing, from what little we know about her so far. All of blank into her writing, and blank are blank. Oh.
I can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
It was just really chaotic.
Maybe the key to solving this somnium has to do with what we found in the Nice book.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. That will help us? I don't know about that. I don't see how that will help us right now.
I don't think it's completely unrelated, but...
The next suspicious thing is...
The fucking river of blood, yeah.
Do you see anything?
Not really. It seems a lot deeper. It was pretty shallow earlier.
Let's dive in.
What? Dive? Here?
Yeah. Where else would I be talking about?
Let's just dive into blood. Totally normal suggestion.
But it's really deep. And Red, what if there's an angry Shingu River Ray in there?
Nah.
Enough with the complaining.
Remember, they're kind. They can't be angry. They're fine.
You don't even need to breathe. It'll be fine. Go for it.
Fine. Why do you always gain this weird confidence during sinks?
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's only sinks. It's only sinks. Otherwise, he's a fucking milk toast. And God, he's relatable for that reason. Anyway. In fact, hell, I probably am way milk toastier in real life than on videos. It's probably something like that. It's like, if you're doing your job, then, like, you're more confident than, like, normal situations. I mean, I've definitely experienced that. This isn't my job yet, but, you know, crossing fingers. However, this is something I do a lot, and have really worked on how to be better. But how do I go down? Oh, control. Whoa. Yes. By a lot deeper, she was not kidding. Whoa.
That was surprising. All of a sudden, we're out of the water.
And on the bottom of the building, I guess.
We fell from up there.
But we ended up in the same room.
Oh, wow. Never mind. It's literally a loop.
Oh, look! The book again.
Let's check it out.
This one's not ripped. Just another single phrase. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
Where the black light gathers.
Skulls.
Whoa! Skulls? Why is Tokiko thinking about this?
Wait, I sense something.
She wants to kill a lot of people, I think.
What is this thing?
She said something about trash that needs to go from the world, and I think that she has deep hatred for some people for some reason.
Huh. They're not doing anything. With this and the skulls, this is getting really creepy all of a sudden.
Maybe that's the black. Let's just search the room for now.
Yeah. If we can't find anything, we'll reread the book and think through our options again.
All of blank into her writing and the art and blank to those teachings. I feel like the her she's talking about may be the person that made Order of Percent. So I'm guessing when the Order of Percent split, perhaps someone close to her started it or created it.
It's a skull. It's normal-sized.
It's an adult skull. What is it doing here?
It's kind of like a crystal skull. There already was an Indiana Jones reference. I wouldn't put it past them. All of blank into her writing and blank are strongly tied to those teachings.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
A small skull. There's nothing suspicious about it.
All of her ideas are poured into her writing and it really seems like you specifically pick up any of these skulls and that it just completes it. That's interesting.
It's a big skull. Bigger than an adult skull.
What is Tokiko planning on doing, gathering all this?
Well, we are in a dream. This could have come from a movie she saw or something.
I hope so.
All of her ideas are poured into her writing and the rules of this dream are strongly tied. This dream? Like this dream, like this somnium. No, I think she's talking about the world? Well, either way, what happens if I try to pick up the other skulls I haven't picked up?
It's a skull. A little on the small side.
What can this mean?
Okay, I think it's gonna be pretty futile to pick up more skulls. So...
Where the black light gathers, sadness is born. Maybe the black is referring to the shadow man from earlier?
You might be onto something there. That's the only thing I can think of that's relevant to black. Where the light gathers, then, must mean... where the Shadow Man interacts with something?
Maybe, but the Shadow Man isn't lit up or anything.
Are they intersecting with anything? Oh, Maybe where they're looking.
I see. Let's figure out what the Shadow Man was looking at.
One of these statues. He was standing like here. Yeah, okay, no, we can literally see. He's here and he's looking straight across to that statue. And what is all this stuff representing? Oh, wait. There's other people here that slowly appear as you near them and disappear as you go away from them. And there's another one behind you. Okay. They hid it in the same place twice? Well, I mean, there's not a lot of places to hide stuff here. But you could have at least, I don't know, put it behind one of the statues. Wait, I just realized it says decipher the book and find eye. The fuck does that mean? If this is literally relevant to the whole title of the fucking series, that's very significant to me.
That skull is a little bigger.
Bigger? What could that mean?
Well, she's a woman. She likes things that are big. I had to put that somewhere. Also, God, that sounds really sexist saying that, but it's the kind of joke that's in these games, okay? So, anyway, also, I have this feeling she would not be interested in sex whatsoever. Just has that vibe, you know what I mean? Who knows? Like, she just comes off as A everything. A thought. Like, look at this. Okay. Apparently he's not staring. Okay, I probably have to go look at the Shadow Man, unless that wasn't the Shadow. Yes, that is the Shadow Man.
Where the black light gathers, sadness is... In other words, where the Shadow Man's...
So that...
Yeah, okay, but, like... What? I'm confuzzled.
That skull?
Oh!
Sadness?
You have 3 minutes left.
Thank you.
Get it together, Ryuki.
Okay, yeah, the skulls are still important.
A skull. It looks ordinary.
Is Tokiko into skulls?
Knowing her, I wouldn't be surprised if her house was filled with them.
Yeah, I don't know what the significance they are, but I feel like it might mean that she thinks about death a lot, or there have been many people that have died, or she thinks about people that have died a lot, or she wants to kill a bunch of people. I feel like it couldn't mean much more other than death, except, well, it is a pretty surface level of thinking about it. Okay, anyway, the point of symbolism is to be deeper than that a lot of the time. But regardless... Okay, I need to stop doing that.
Another.
So that...
What skull? I thought I picked the right fucking skull. I didn't.
That skull?
Okay.
That's...
Okay, yeah, he is staring directly here. I get it. I thought it was that statue. Okay.
This one is bigger
Whoops.
and misshapen.
Brain, please. God, you know, honestly, and I wouldn't put this past Uchikoshi if this was literally true, but it really does sound like all of these phrases could really be applied to penises. It's like a joke with Tama. In fact, if a penis joke doesn't happen right now, I'm gonna be kind of amazed. Thank God. Weird things happened before she could be horny again.
Again?
So, Gen was the person that she saw do something, and then, what the hell is he hiding? Well, except his face. What if she saw his face, and she knew who he was, really? Or, are we gonna find his body? I feel like at this point, we're probably gonna find his body. We'll see.
He looks like he's in pain. Why?
Huh?
Turned into a statue, and she walked up and touched.
Disappeared. I wonder what the relationship between Tokiko and Gen is.
What was that?
Ryuki, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the book was the hint. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
After the sync, we need to ask Tokiko about Gen.
We're not gonna get much out of her regarding it. Well, granted, these basically come from the computer, but I feel like I remember that these are normally in first person, but don't quote me on that. So I just find it weird. At least I don't really remember the person's name being mentioned in these, so I feel like that's significant. Was that me? Wait, did I just see that?
Did you see that? It became
Oh,
Shoma for a
no,
split
not
second.
yet. That kid.
Maybe Tokiko is related to him as well.
Yeah. That's right. Because Bats 490, he solved the code. And they were coded for that.
Why Shoma? Tama, make chase! Throw yourself in the water!
You make it sound like I'm committing suicide. Okay, here I go.
Thankfully she doesn't breathe, so that's not a worry here. I would really wish that Uchikoshi wouldn't joke about suicide, though, but it's very like him to do so. Moving on.
It's the same room again. But this time, the room itself is underwater too.
If this is the same as earlier, there has to be something related to Shoma.
Yeah, because the other room had some... Yeah. Alright, so what's this book about?
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
It says, where the water and ideas flow, love is born.
More metaphors, huh? It must be some kind of hint, like last time.
There's the symbol.
It's a hand. And this.
The non-Yupal X symbol.
I remember Tokiko mentioning it.
I'm curious about the water and ideas flow part.
Anyway, let's check inside.
Yeah, if we get stuck, we can read the hint again and figure it out.
Water and ideas. Through one of the specific symbols? Where's the water flowing through? Wait a minute. Oh, wait, yeah. There's like a stream that seems to be specifically...
How should I check? High five?
When in Rome. How about making the same hand sign?
Huh? The light is gone. Maybe we did something wrong?
Anyway, let's check the others.
Tokiko has blank blank and blank blank if it was in blank. Whatever that means. But yeah, there's more blanks in these. Again, there's just a lot of blanks in her mind, and that's really interesting. I'm really curious as to what's caused that and how intentional it may or may not have been. Big hard art.
Where the water and ideas flow, love is born. What does where the water and ideas flow mean?
This room is submerged, so maybe the water has kinda like those
I've never been to one.
Oh, right. Sorry. Anyway, I figure the water must be going somewhere.
So if we go with the flow, love will be born?
Well, it's the only hint we have. Let's figure out where the water goes.
Okay, I figured it was that. Okay, we have to, like, follow the flow, which means here. Okay. I don't know why I even checked after that point, because I probably...
Huh?
Like...
The light is gone.
I don't know.
Maybe we did something
I already
wrong?
saw that.
Anyway.
Besides, no, he did something right, because the statement continued. Yeah, now there's more flows. Oh, there's another one. Thankfully, this one's easy, because it's always behind the fucking
this?
chair.
It lit up.
This world is alive. Do you understand?
Was that Tokiko's voice?
It sounded like she was talking to someone.
Maybe show me. Tokiko has lost blank and reside in blank. That's completely blank. I think I'm gonna have to do them in a certain order.
It's silent. You will follow my orders.
Tokiko's voice again.
I wonder who she's talking to. She can't be talking to herself.
Okay, yeah, this is what I need to do. But it's just, do I have time to finish? How close am I? I think it's Shoma. That would probably be some stuff you would say to anyone new, right? And it's in Bats 490's recording video, so I think it's Shoma. Blanket seems Tokiko's that's new. What?
Ryuki, you're out of time!
I'm really confuzzled. Epiphany! Oh, I think Epiphany means something new.
Where the water and ideas flow. So if we ride the current, it'll...
Looks like the water flows to...
Okay, yeah. Epiphany takes time. Oh, and by the way, I just fucked myself. But I wasn't gonna have time anyway. So, time to retry that. Okay. Okay, you have to follow it in
These
order.
3 spots.
Okay.
So we need to do something with the hand signs there?
Yeah,
And I
guess so.
think in a specific order. Okay. I had to
Let's check those
follow-
3.
Let's try.
It's almost time.
Huh? Tokiko.
Try this again.
Eventually.
Yeah, it was those 3. I think we did it.
Let's transcend this world together.
Wait, she must be talking to...
Ryuki, look! Outside the window.
Shoma?
What's going on?
She seems attached to him, but well, she's lost all sense of emotion. Can she really be attached to shit?
So she does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma too.
Love is born.
Let's think about it later. Look at that.
I think it's like a motherly love thing.
It looks painful.
I have a bad feeling about this. Follow it.
I have a bad feeling about something, so follow it. But well, insomniums, that is kind of how you continue, because normally it's buried under trauma and oof shit.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
And now it's sideways. Huh. That's really trippy. Honestly, this is disorienting me a little bit.
It's the same room again, but vertical?
This is really messing with my sense of balance. How far does this room even go?
Another book. Hopefully this is the last.
It says, when the eyes are met, death is born.
Death? Tokiko is getting more and more suspicious.
Maybe our focus should be on Nice.
Yeah, you think?
The book and an eyeball.
Do you think that's what is meant by eyes are met?
Maybe it's talking about me.
You are an eyeball. Tama, why don't you lock eyes with it?
Are you trying to kill me? It said death is born.
Then, when the eyes are met is...
Is what?
a big eyeball. What is going on inside her head that would make this appear?
Like I said, that old woman is crazy. So what's it gonna be?
He keeps calling her old. She looks literally about your age, Tama, to me. The eyes are met.
And spin.
They're met. So I think they need to be facing toward each other.
I set the eyes to face each other.
Yeah. Okay, so there's more. Digging deeper, it seems Tokiko's thoughts are more clear. I think this stuff might actually be coming from Pewter's old system. Wait, Red Book C. Was there Red Book B? Or was there just 3?
It's a red book of nice teachings.
It has an eye symbol.
It's filled with eyes.
It's got its own stuff. It wants you to do
If we turn it around, something will happen. Do it!
it. May not.
And there.
I don't think anything. Yeah.
Nothing is happening.
Huh? That worked?
Huh? You were the one who said to do it?
Huh? So?
Huh?
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 I'm sorry.
I love their dynamic. I need to have the eyes facing. That's been clear. It's facing that same way again. It's supposed to. Okay, so I put this one the other. Oh, we'll see.
The red book. This book is closed.
-5.
I'm gonna open it. There are eye symbols on the left and right page.
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
It might be related to when the eyes are met, death is born.
The eyes are. Wait.
A closed. I'm gonna turn it around. Nothing is happening.
Turn it around again.
Turning it around. Part 2.
And back to how it was.
Huh? What are we even doing right now?
There's one all the way over there? Yes. Wait, hold on. I just realized. Oh god, I need to go to the other side, don't I? Wait.
A red book. Got it.
Becomes an eye. Huh? Did something, but isn't it?
So, did we make the eyes meet?
Yeah. But, like, there's more. There are times with negative effects. Yeah. Anytime you spend time on force to be used, yeah. There ain't much time, though. With the water effects, blurriness.
It's almost time, Ryuki.
Huh? Already? Tokiko.
Yeah, that's what's hard. I guess it's supposed to be so deeply buried that you're gonna have to spend a lot of time even getting to the next thought. And that's what the purpose of that is, but this makes it really hard. The thing is, this room's disorienting as fuck. It just kind of is really annoying to play, and I do not like it. But symbolically, it's cool as hell. I actually like it from a purely story standpoint, but gameplay-wise, it can suck my cock. I think Uchikoshi is much more of a story person than a gameplay person, and fuck me too, but if I was designing a game, I would try to not make something like this, gameplay-wise.
A big...
Oh, guys. It'd be funny, probably, but I... Also, yeah, there wasn't, like, timies before, so... Now we finally actually have timies even involved.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
I think we actually have done it this time. That might be it. We'll see. Whee!
I thought I was gonna fall forever.
You got some balls, Tama.
Thanks.
Ladies with balls.
But there's nothing here.
We support trans rights, but also, ladies with figurative balls are literally my shit. As I'm sure you would know by now if you watched my channel, like, at all.
Doesn't look like we can learn anything here.
Like, even just this video.
That's...
I'd say Tokiko has balls in her own way, and that Tama does, and Mizuki definitely does, so yeah, like, it's obvious that I love women's balls in the figurative sense. But, I'm also not, opposed to them, you know, in a non-figurative sense.
At the end of an incomplete world, truth is born.
What is her sadness? What God. She's so interesting.
That's...
It keeps being hammered in. The symbol is really important, but I still don't really know what it's supposed to mean.
There's something there.
Let's go.
Golden. Swim for your life, Tama. God, I do not know if you're even if you're actually supposed to reach that time. That's ridiculous. Oh my God. I am swimming as fast as possible.
You have less than a minute left.
Is that even?
Hurry!
It's not possible, right? Right? Like, it's not possible, is it? I mean, I can see it getting closer. Oh my God. This is really hard, dude. This one's really brutal. You're not supposed to get there. It'll just run out of time. No matter what you do, I think you're supposed to run out of time. I hope you're supposed to run out of time. Otherwise, how the
30
fuck
seconds
am I supposed
left
to save this much time? Oh my God. Okay, I think if you aren't going up, then it helps. I think as long as we reach it, we're fine. I think I'm about to.
Ryuki, you're out of
I know.
time!
Please just work. Hello? Please do
I'm going to
everything I
open
need to
it.
do. If there's anything I have to do after this, that's bullshit. I went a long way.
Is it some kind of planning sheet? It says Nirvana Initiative.
Title drop. Okay. So it has to do with night. Well, yeah, obviously there's super plot important, but...
The Nirvana Initiative.
No good. There's too much blacked out.
Come on. Isn't there anything else?
Ryuki, we're almost out of time.
Wait! Try reading more of it!
Computer, please.
It's like, again, the Buddhist concept of enlightenment. There's a lot of Buddhism in, like, Indian stuff. She's... And the state of selflessness thing also, that, Tama mentioned could
Miss
be one
Shigure,
of mine was
I've taken a look inside your mind, using this machine. Do you know someone named Gen Ishiagane? He appeared in your dream.
He's conveniently not saying ass.
Shoma Enda. I know you know about him. Can you tell me about your relationship with him?
Of course she's not saying shit.
The Nirvana Initiative. Is it some sort of plan?
Yeah, of course she doesn't seem phased. That's her whole thing. Except for that one point where she seemed very phased. I don't know if phased was the right word, but, unhingedness is what you could say was there. Whatever it meant, wherever it came from.
Tokiko Shigure is not a suspect. We can't detain her without clear grounds to do so.
So we have to release her. I guess we have no choice.
You don't have to explain. The images shown in Somnium are all displayed here in the control room.
It seems you have many questions for me, but I apologize. I'm afraid I have prior engagements.
Well, that's convenient.
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight? I would be happy to share more information with you then. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Would she, though? What's she actually planning to do?
Wait, where's Pewter?
He went to see Tokiko off.
I see. So, what do I do now?
Figure that out yourself.
Where does Shoma? Because that's kind of kinky. And I need more of her being horny.
We already did that yesterday. No more for a while.
Okay, so they literally do sex things. Actually, wait, hold on, wait. That's not possible. She's just an eyeball. She doesn't have a physical Actually, wait, no. She could come out of his eye socket. And... Okay, so they literally do kinky shit because she's horny. Yay? I'm actually glad. So they kind of have a weird sex life together. Like, that's gotta be something kinky.
Why not? Come on, just a little bit.
Okay, so they actually have a thing? Whatever the hell it actually is. Pancakes.
You think this is a damn joke? Don't make me sentence you to a panting!
What? What is that?
I want to know. I need to know. I need it to happen, probably. Was pantying supposed to be a really forced fun with pancakes? If it really was, I would not put that past Uchikoshi to become Major League Baseball player.
I know. I'll become a major leaguer.
Yeah, good luck with that.
The fucking expressions are always very out there.
In that somnium earlier, Gen appeared. And Shoma did too.
So Tokiko definitely knows them. And yet...
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
Tama, what time is it now?
A little past 1300. We have almost 9 whole hours until the appointed time.
Of course it's 9. Of course it...
Anyway, let's talk to Gen and Shoma. Where are they now?
Well... I can't track down either of them. Either their phones are out of battery, their GPS is off, or they're somewhere without any signal.
Did she kill both of them already, actually? Because they were both pictured drowning.
Then we'll have to take a guess. Maybe Shoma is at school.
No, he hasn't been there in a while.
He hasn't been going to school?
It seems not.
Well, I'll get to that later. So then Shoma must be at home. Or...
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too.
At the rooftop amusement park at Misatan.
Gen is probably at his restaurant, or the warehouse district at the port. He once told me he loves the warehouse district, and that he goes there all the time to look at the sea.
So we have 4 destinations to check.
Okay, so this is actually way longer than
Let's
I thought.
get moving.
And I've done a lot here. And there's a lot to even unpack from what I already just played. So I'm gonna leave this one here, folks. Like, comment, subscribe if you like to. Man, this woman is so interesting, and I need to know more. I'm very holy. Either way, friends. God, this game is gonna be massive because, like, there's 2 sides to it, and we have not played Mizuki's much at all yet. God damn, this game's massive. I can feel it. Either way, friends. Like, comment, subscribe if you like to. I hope y'all are doing all and I hope that this series and this video and my content in general helped you in some way. I hope that y'all are just doing okay in general, and that you're doing your best to live an inspired life that's at least kind to yourself and hopefully kind to others as well. That's what I try to do. The best that I can. Either way, friend, have a good one.